Hey there, I'm Jenny Bradley, owner of Triangle Smart Divorce here in Cary, North Carolina. Our team has represented all kinds of folks in divorce mediation. Additionally, I've served as a divorce mediator since 2006. We get a lot of calls at the office about mediation, so we've made a two-part video series on mediation. Today, in part one, I'm going to talk to you about what mediation is, who should do it, who you should pick as a mediator in my opinion, and when you should try mediation. So let's take the first question. What is mediation? Mediation is when you hire someone that's not representing you, that doesn't have a vested interest in your case or you, and they help you and your spouse reach a resolution about whatever is going on in your matter. That could be custody issues, it could be money issues, it could be property issues, it could be a lot of different things. Anything basically related to separation and divorce. That's what I'm talking about today. Mediation works in all kinds of other cases as well, but today I'm focusing on mediation in separation and divorce. Now some people ask, do I have to go to mediation? Well, the answer is no, unless the court makes you. If you and your spouse can agree upon terms and you're able to agree upon your rights and responsibilities, then I suggest you hire a lawyer to draw that up so it's a legally binding document for you and your spouse. You don't need to go to mediation because you've already agreed. Mediation comes into play when people can't agree and when people need a little bit of help to be able to agree. So who mediates? Well, the answer is anyone can mediate. A lawyer, a therapist, a counselor, a minister, a pastor, a priest. Lots of different people can be mediators. My opinion is you should have a lawyer as your mediator. And the reason why I think that is because a lot of times in mediations people ask me, well, Jenny, if I go to court, what's the worst thing that can happen? What's my worst case scenario? Ignore the fact that I don't have a crystal ball and I don't really know how to answer that question, but I can reasonably advise someone as to the range of possibilities in court. And I don't think someone who's not been to family court and isn't a lawyer can give you that same type of advice. So that's why I prefer a lawyer. When I go to mediation, I want lawyers to be my mediators. I also think it's important to get someone who's a certified family law specialist. We know a lot more about family law. We've taken a test to show we're a specialist. We've committed to do at least 12 hours of education every year to maintain our certificate. But I also think it's important to get someone who's had mediation training. I've had 40 hours of intensive training, and I also have an annual requirement for additional training to maintain my status as a mediator in North Carolina. Those three things are important. First, look for a lawyer, then a family law specialist, and one who is a certified mediator. And the last question I'm addressing in part one of this video series is when should you try mediation? And the uber technical legal answer to that is, it depends. For some people, mediation makes sense before separation because then they can agree upon a plan about how to separate and who is doing what by when. For others, they need the space of not living together before they can meaningfully participate in mediation. And some others, they need some time to heal before they can talk about finances. We determine on a case-by-case basis at our firm when our client and the other side are ready for mediation. Why do we care about the other side? Because if the other side isn't ready, our experience is that the mediation has less of a chance of being successful. So here's the deal. We love mediation. And people think that's weird because we're divorce lawyers. And divorce lawyers have a reputation in Hollywood of being cutthroat. But real life isn't Hollywood. We love seeing people come to mediation and staying out of court because we think two adults can come to a better resolution of their divorce than any judge typically can do. And there's a lot less drama in that than any Hollywood movie. And that's a good thing if it's your life. If you have more questions about mediation, please contact our office and stay tuned for part 2 of this video series.